Good evening. It's Monday again, 7:30 p.m. on Wema TV. This is the City Gate. We are manning the city and ensuring that it is well manned. Thank you very much for joining us. Please share that link. Apologies for those who always join us on Facebook. We are not able to do that for today, but please stay on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, you can share that link on your Facebook page. Somebody might be looking for it and they have not been able to find it. So welcome tonight. We are talking about social media. Today we don't have one of the suspects, Reverend Gigi, but I know he is watching and he will be joining us next week. But there is one who have come back. Lost but found.
You know,
the Bible says, the Bible says that the father saw the son from afar.
Yes.
Who is the father?
I'm here.
The fathers are watching. The fathers are watching. Welcome back, Simon K.
Thank you.
Please say hi and tell our viewers where you've been before.
Before he says hi.
Yeah, because
welcome back.
That was long.
My guy, welcome
Even
back.
Interesting. That was long.
What's up, yo?
Yeah. That tells you where he was. Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Yes, karibu sana.
I'm happy to be back. I've missed you, and I want to thank Reverend Gigi and Edwin Migwe for stepping in. And you guys, I really missed this show. And I'm happy to be back.
Wow.
East, West, home is the best.
Karibu sana.
Yeah.
We were always excited to see you commenting and following and knowing that you're together with us. But again, we have the undisputed.
The undisputed is here.
Kenyash.
And I'm saying thank God that Kerry went for that short time, because after he went, we started receiving some porridge here.
Yeah.
So thank you for going. At least now we can welcome you back with our uji.
Yes, and when you take this porridge, then the show gets
Are you trying to say that I was so big and I didn't want to give you porridge?
Yes.
Okay.
They thought you will finish for us.
Welcome tonight. We're talking about social media. And we started this last week and we looked at quite a number of things. We asked ourselves what social media is. We looked at the positive side of it. We looked at the negative side of it. We asked whether men are social media shy. And tonight we'll continue with that conversation. But before we get there, we'd like to just recap. And because Willie, you were here last week, we can just get a brief recap of what we discussed last Monday before we get to today's discussion.
Yes. Last Monday we were here talking about social media, and we looked at examples of these platforms. We talked about Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where Kerry is coming from. He'll say Twitter. We have, I missed you, my brother. Yes. So we talked about all this, and we really looked at the positive side of it, and we saw that social media, if used in the right manner, there's so much we can get from social media. And one of the things we say that it is through social media we are able to connect with our loved ones, with our friends who are far away from us. And so we are able to have those Zoom meetings. We're able to call via Messenger, all this. And so we are able to get in touch with our loved ones and our friends who are far from us. Also, we are able to connect with people whom we could not have connected if it was not for social media. And one of the examples we used is the City Gate. We are able to reach out to you right now because of social media. If it was not for social media, maybe it would be hard for us to reach out to you. You are watching us at the comfort of your house, at the comfort of your car, at the comfort of, wherever you are, because of social media. And then we looked at some people shying away from social media, and one of the reasons we said that to make people to shy away, and especially men to shy away from social media, is that some men will think people are using social media to brag. They are using social media to show off, to do bad things. But we said if we can have the right attitude and come and portray a good picture, that would be a good thing. That is to say, we need to make those people who are using social media in a wrong way, we come out and put something positive so that we can make them to go. But if you shy away and you're not using social media in the right way, you can be sure that the people who are using social media in the wrong way, they will continue winning. But we need to come out strong and do that which we are supposed to do. You know, reaching out to people, preaching. We have seen over the period we were going through COVID-19, the churches were closed. And through social media, the churches did not close because the word continued being spread throughout. That is through social media. And so social media is a tool that we cannot avoid in 21st century.
Wow, great. Thank you very much for that link-up. And Simon, we talked about some negative things that emanate from social media. And feel free to even highlight some that we may have highlighted. But as we bring a conclusion to what we discussed last time, maybe you can bring on board some other negativities that come on board simply because of using social media.
Wow. Thank you. Now, I think there are quite a number of negativities that have been perpetuated through social media.
Yeah.
I think, okay, let me skip number one. Go to number two.
I wish I knew. I don't know what number one was.
Yes.
Skip
Yes.
Okay.
Number two, I will still go back to number one.
Yeah.
Number two would be people lose their identity. Because you want to take up, I want to be like Willie. You know, I see how Willie dresses and how Willie gets the likes, or how someone sings, and because Willie has views on FB or on YouTube, I lose me, and I mold my life around Willie's life.
Okay.
And not just, I have just used Willie as an example.
Yes.
I am the undisputed anyway.
He's undisputed, even on social media.
So people lose their identity. Number three, I'll still come back to number one. Number three, you will find that social media has opened up a space that people will very comfortably and very easily interact. And I don't want to quote this show that I have seen. I came up, when I was aware, someone mentioned that there's a show that is coming up. And when I came back, I realized that show has become big. It's a big deal. People have used social media to interact, and with interacting, it becomes very easy to reach out to people, and some that are very, what you would call very perverse, very perverted human beings. And when I reach out to you, like I remember there was one time, personally, I opened up, I never used to put my photo on FB.
Yeah, you should give us credit first.
So, yeah, God bless you guys.
That we pushed you to do it.
Yeah, so when I opened up and people got to interact with me, man, there's so many people that nimekatiwa na madem, nimekatiwa na machali.
Ati umekatiwa na nani?
Yeah, I've actually received, I remember one day.
Lakini huja katika.
I remember one day in the morning. Uko ni morning, uko ni usiku. Uko ni usiku, uko ni morning. So I'm preparing to sleep. This person has woken up. I'm talking about the pervertedness that goes around in social media. So me, I'm waking up and this person says hello. And because someone told me, because you don't know your fans who
so you say hello back.
Hello. Before I realized, and alikuwa nakoma kwa hello. So from hello, ikaenda. Before I knew, I have gotten a very, I will not even say, a very nude photo that I had not even asked for.
From a guy or
from a lady.
Okay.
I have not even asked for it. You know, me nilikuwa pale high, and then you go to say hello to talk to other. By the time I'm coming back,
you're coming back and
kuna several messages. So of course I want to know what is this person saying. Kufungua. Man. Yeah. So I'm talking about some pervertedness and some evil that has been going on. And especially in this country, there was that show, and I think it's big time right now, you can correct me.
Yeah.
The loyalty test or something like that.
Ile muna exchange masimu.
Ile una exchange masimu.
Yeah,
it's real. So
stage managed.
I don't know whether it's stage managed or not, but there's a lot that happens on these gadgets.
Yes.
Because these gadgets have allowed us to get into social media very comfortably and very easily. And not only us, even the young ones. As someone told me, they were given the phone, and when they opened the phone and realized what their son was doing on their phone, they were shocked because they got access into so many weird things. That was number 3.
Yeah.
We will talk about others. But number 1, social media, you will find that there is a lot of evil, I will not call them evil agenda, I will call them weird agendas that have been perpetuated.
Okay.
I never thought, personally, that a man would hit on me.
But now you...
No, I never actually thought that a man would hit on me. And actually, on social media, I have been hitted on by a man.
And not once.
Not once.
And not one.
Yeah, and not one. Wamenikatia kwa social media. So you find that agenda, I don't know from where, is being perpetuated.
From hell. Is there another source?
Yeah, is being perpetuated and pushed very heavily, and people are able to carry it along and around very comfortably and very easily on social media.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, in very subtle way. Actually, you might not even notice. Because monome, hi, it's normal.
Yeah.
And then how have you been doing? How is normal conversation until you realize.
Yeah. There's an agenda.
Wait, why would a man send me their photo? Like, yeah, and then you're like, wow, okay, fine, I like your photo. But laugh conversation in end, and you're like, wait, hey, hang on. You imeenda sana. So on social media.
On
social media. So it's you find that there are so many ills that previously were not very comfortably perpetuated in social media. Actually, there are things that we never used to hear. There are things that you would hear and hide under the blanket because hata masikio yako they're itching. Right now it's out there. Or even on that loyalty test, I have seen that, and I have no issue with them. Okay, I have seen men and women being interviewed. They're actually in a relationship, and the social media, people are thriving on that. People are thriving on that. So these ills are perpetuated very comfortably on these platforms. And actually you will realize it's no longer mainstream media that used to, because previously when mainstream media would talk about some of these things, people would scream, no. I remember one day our president here saying, in this country, and he gave another president of one of the nations some serious lecture about some things. I remember even Mugabe, the late, lectured the West about some few things that they were pushing because they're pushing them on the mainstream media. But right now on social media platforms, there are agendas that are being pushed on these platforms in a very subtle way that you, unless you're very careful, you will not pick it up.
But you would be surprised. Sometimes they are not subtle. They and one of the things that I've observed is that the social media has confused our value system. You know, when I grew up in a village, and there were values in that village, and I had no access to any other place. So when in that village, what my teacher said, what my mother said, what the pastor said in church, what my uncle said was all I knew. But I think the social media has now opened it up for us to access places that would normally not access.
Actually, not just places, sorry for cutting you short. I've just remembered that even in some platforms, I will not say which one, but you will find that before there were clubs. People used to go and hang out. You know, like swing parties and all that. People used to hang out and do that. Right now, there are groups that you get into, and you will realize that what they're advocating for is not what you personally call very religious stuff. Yeah. Whatever they're not just selling plots. Of course, there are some that are selling plots, but others are selling plots. And pushing things in those groups that you would have otherwise had to travel
to go and meet them. And I think that is a confusion. And some of these civil societies pushing for let's talk about them, homosexuality, you know, pushing for or these manner of things, they don't hide. They put it out there, and they have reach. You might not allow your child to leave the house to go and be told some of these things, but they'll tell them while they are under your roof, thinking that they are safe. There's also the issue of I know social media has opened up for interactions, but sometimes I think it has also curtailed the fun and the enjoyment we had, you know, when we had family gatherings, when we had meetings together. But now we can discuss matters on a WhatsApp group, and we feel like we have met.
And before we get there, there's something I want to add about the negativity of social media. And one of the things you'll find that we have different types of intimacies, and you find through social media, there's another intimacy that has been introduced by social media, and this is digital intimacy.
Digital intimacy?
Yes, digital intimacy. This is whereby you'll find someone is free and can express himself, self or herself through social media, through chatting, but when you meet one-on-one, this guy is not there.
Actually,
haongei, but the whole night anaweza lala usiku mzima mkichat.
No, it's not just chatting. Right now, on one platform, I will not say which one, I can chat you and see you. So I can what do you call it? This sexting. You know, you're only chatting. But I can go a step further. And I am miles and miles away. You want to have optical nutrition? Well, let's meet on.
But you call it what?
Optical nutrition.
Leo.
Let's use English. I thought this show is done in English. Okay, that is English now. Okay, optical.
If you want optical nutrition,
I thought that is a medical term. Okay.
No, seriously.
So you are given the optical nutrition.
If you want optical nutrition, you don't have to go to Koinanga Street.
No, you can get it there.
Just there, here, on the phone. And as you're saying, tuna chat.
And
let me see. And you don't wait.
Unashow.
Siniko kwa I am in the confines of my four walls.
I
will show you. I don't have to go out there.
You know the other day I was talking to parents and I was telling them, sometimes you are seated in a sitting room and everybody is on their phone, and when they are on their phone, you see that your son has left his seat and gone to the washroom. And you think he has gone for the normal business. Kumbe he has been on a journey as you sit. Hapo tu mumekaa naye hapo. He has been on a journey, ameenda kumaliza safari.
Unaona meza zinainuliwa tu.
And that is digital intimacy. That is what
you're talking about.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about. Digital intimacy.
That people are having intimacy on social media.
Yes, through social media.
And we are talking to men.
Yes, we are talking to men. And so there are some men who have now they have become which word should I use? They have mastered the art of this digital intimacy. That they will chat with this girl for a whole night. And now to make the matter worse, he's not chatting with one girl.
He's chatting with several.
He's chatting with 10 girls.
At the same time.
At the same time. So kwa huyu,
si unafunga hapa
unaenda huku. Unaona? And so through the digital intimacy, you'll find now this man will never even settle.
Oh, this man will never need a real girl.
Yes,
because the virtual one are enough.
And now the problem comes when maybe there's one girl among us, all this he's chatting with says, I want us now to meet. And now when you meet this guy cannot even express himself.
But on
He
social
cannot-
media, he has been this
Oh my
macho.
goodness, the whole night. And you're wondering, what's wrong?
So
Who
what is the
this?
message to these men? What message do you want to send to
Message
these men?
I'm sending to these men is stop exercising the digital intimacy. There is the emotional intimacy.
Yeah.
There is the physical intimacy. Leave the digital intimacy. Leave this thing of online things. And because when you come one-on-one, hauko hapo.
Okay.
Until this lady is wondering, is this the same guy? Tunachat naye the whole night. Unaona? And so it is a problem. And so we need to change. And then the next thing is I'll talk about social media is making many people to live a lie.
And we are talking about men.
Men, they are living a lie because of social media.
Okay.
And so you're portraying what you are not in social media.
Yeah.
And so you find someone is going to a place taking photos anapigwa na ma V8 za wenyewe na ma Benz that mnataka akuje kwa show fulani anaogopa kukuja. Juu amekuwa akiwa show drive V8.
So you are requesting to come and express how did he get here? But he is not there.
He's not there.
Yeah, and I think you're already getting to what we want to discuss today. We want to start by discussing do's and don'ts.
Yes.
Do's and don'ts.
Yes.
And what you're saying when we come to the don'ts is that you be authentic.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Tuko kwa mashindano.
Don't post anything that will give a distorted image of who you are to people who will see.
I was listening to my friend another day.
Yes.
Pastor T. And he was saying there's this guy alikuwa na post vitu kwa social media, sijui ako hoteli gani, sijui ako wapi, ako sijui na magari ngapi. Then something happened to this guy and then he's coming for help.
And you are like, sell just
Pastor
one
T
of
was
the
saying,
cars.
I mean,
just
ila
sell
like
one of the
anaishi hata
cars.
mimi sijakaribia hapo. So I can't help.
So you are setting
I mean, you
yourself
are up there. I love how do I come in me to help you? I need mimi kwanza nikufikie.
So the opportunities you're losing by posting who you are not.
Yes. So there are some people who would have become a blessing to you, but through what you are posting on social media,
they now can't.
They can't because wanaona huyu hata ako juu yangu sasa nitamsaidia aje?
Yeah.
Nitamsaidia aje?
Okay. Simon,
that is what you call living a lie.
Yes. Yeah. So let's start with some do's, some ethics in terms of how we use social media.
There's something that Megway said, Edwin, that the Creator, that's where we get our purpose. He defines our purpose. Psalms 100 and verse 3, the Bible says it is He that made us, we are His, we belong to Him. He defines us. So some of the do's is live who you are and don't let, because by the way, let me tell you, social media allows you to get access into a world that some of it, like 50% is real, 50% is not real.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go by the 50% that is not real, you will personally get yourself finding that you have to do things, go out of your way to try to get to that world that is unreal. But if you are authentic and if you're real, don't be influenced, because there's a lot of information that is thrown to us on Facebook, on YouTube. When you go to Instagram, there's a lot of people that are going on holidays and all those things. And they're not, there's someone I was telling, if you compete with some people, let me use Ronaldo. Ronaldo is paid by hotels to go stay in those hotels. He's paid by the cars, by companies that
drive their cars.
To drive their cars.
Yes.
He's paid by airplanes to fly business or first class in their airplanes. His life. Actually, if you
he's getting paid to do it. And we had a discussion about people getting paid. And others paying.
Yes.
So if you're trying to live a life similar to Ronaldo, he's not even using his money.
No.
You have to use your money
which
to
you don't
get
have.
there. Sometimes that you don't have.
Yeah.
And someone said that people use money that they don't have to please people that don't even like them. Yeah, to do things to please people that don't even like them. So live your life.
Live your life.
And be content in who God has made you to be. It's not wrong for you to aspire.
Yeah.
You know, but then the mind is so powerful. Yeah. It's the imagination. You imagine, you know, sometimes it's good to go into social media and begin getting access into places that you've not been. The people who've done videos about places that you've not been.
Yeah.
And get to know how those places operate. The people who tell you about things that you'd have aspired to get in life. So it's good to have that so that it creates your imagination and you see things. Someone said, if the only thing that you've always seen is a Peugeot 504 in your village, you've never seen a Lamborghini and all those things, a Tesla and all those things. You will never ever aspire to get those things. But if you go into social media,
you're able to see
and
them.
open up and see some of these things that are real, that are actually happening, it helps you to believe into those things. But that doesn't mean you don't live your life. Live your life.
Great.
Allow me, before you say that, allow me to quote Albert Einstein.
Yes.
Once he said, I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction, because that day we will have a world that is full of idiots.
That is what I was coming to when you said you'll get back to it, then you went to that thing. When I was saying that long ago, if I wanted to know how my grandmother is, I went to the village to check on her. If I wanted to know how my cousins are doing, I went to their home to
allow
visit
me to
them.
come back to that.
I went to the village to visit them. But if now, sometimes I don't even need to ask. I know you've met people who you've not met for years.
Yes.
They don't even talk to you on social media. They are monitoring spirits.
Yes.
And and you meet them and they tell you, we know you are doing well.
Yes.
I've been seeing the things you've been doing. I know even your baby is now 3 years old. I know you married this guy. You've never met them.
Yes.
And I was wondering, has technology, like you're saying, overtaken us and prevented us to enjoy that physical?
It has, and it is very sad. And now through that, as Albert said, we are having a generation full of idiots.
Are you one of them?
I'm not.
Will you allow me to disagree?
Listen, this is.
And you allow me to acknowledge our viewers.
Yes.
Okay.
When you talk about technology surpassing our human interaction, it means that we have said that we have gone somewhere to watch a movie. But everyone is on phone. Tuko IMAX, big screen. Lakini hata movie yenye tulienda kuwatch, hatuwatch, tuko kwa simu. Tumeenda swimming, tumetoa nguo, tumevaa swimming costume, tumelalia tule tunini, kwa simu.
By the way.
And so, we are not even interacting.
We are idiots.
We are idiots.
Let me appreciate.
We are not doing that which we had gone to do.
Okay.
So thank you. Jane Nyambura is tuned in. Lucy Repore, welcome back. Simon K, umekaribishwa back.
Thank you.
Hata Maggie Joy Blessings anasema good to be here. You are welcome back. Kevin Jema is tuned in. Mary Bernard, welcome back. Simon.
Thank you.
Wewe ndio unakaribishwa leo.
Thank you.
Mary Bernard, si useme hata Bernard yuko. Kelvin Jema, yes, the social media was watered down our value, but yes, the social media has watered down our value by bringing in a lot of gray areas. Thank you, Pastor David Gedega, Pastor Gigi, thank you very much. You're following Kindre. Great discussions. Welcome back, Simon K. Inaitwa kukura kwa macho. Hiyo ndio optical
nutrition.
Dio Jema anatuambia. Optical nutrition. Optical what? Lucy Lepore. Today we are hearing new terms. Thank you. Pastor Gigi, absolutely true. Many men are living a lie and it leads them to depression. Have you seen the way people write on their Facebook bio that they attended certain universities? And the truth is that they have never seen the gate of that university.
Living a lie.
Thank you, Maggie Joy Blessings. Deep conversations here. Grace Waja, Ati monitoring what? Hiyo kuja wewe unajua ndio unatoaga spirits. A generation full of idiots. Atiki. Jema hiyo ni enjoying today's show. Idiots. I agree we are idiots. Ati Mary Bernard is like who are idiot? Mary mko na nani? Mko na nani kuwa idiot?
She has an idiot in the house.
Okay.
Issue inaweza ishia tu hapa. Thank you for watching, and we really appreciate our technical team. They are doing a great job here, and we really appreciate you all for making time to be here. We continue with do's and don'ts on social media.
Before you go to do's and don'ts,
yes,
allow me to interject.
Yes, please.
About what Albert Einstein said. Because I was listening to a conversation between Elon Musk and
today you are speaking huge terms. Elon who?
You are mtu.
Oh,
it is not a term.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me do some porridge here.
Okay. Now, I was listening to a conversation.
Yes. You really needed the break.
And they were talking about, they were with Jack Ma. You know Jack Ma. Okay. Alibaba.
Okay.
Okay. I was listening to a conversation, and that's what I was saying.
You don't have to expose my ignorance.
No.
Don't ask me, you know. Just continue saying what you want to say.
Oh my God.
Because I'm a believer, I don't want to lie to you. And then now, why are you exposing my ignorance?
Okay, no, that's not my point.
Just go to the point. Say Jack Ma said. Don't ask me if I know him.
No, okay, fine. I was listening to a conversation.
There are people who respect me.
It's only that you asked me.
There.
You asked me who is Elon Musk. Okay, fine.
That should have told you should not.
Oh my God!
Don't disturb me.
Continue.
I was listening to a conversation, and that's what I was saying. It's important to watch social media because it allows you to get into brilliant minds.
Yes.
And interact with minds that you can sometimes not. It's just like reading a book.
Yes.
I don't have to be with Reverend to know what he said. When I take his book and I read his book, I'm able to know what he stands for and some few things about him. So Elon Musk was talking to Jack Ma, and Jack Ma asked Elon Musk, what do you see as the future of artificial intelligence? And he was saying, Jack Ma was saying, I don't believe that human beings will ever be replaced by robots. Yeah? And he said, I am actually disputing what you said. And Elon Musk said,
you know that
no, we will come.
Disputed.
It's okay.
You see?
And Elon Musk said, the artificial intelligence, when they're working on this artificial intelligence, they're using the best of the best minds. And they improve on the best minds. You know, there are minds that are going to come that are better than the minds that were there previously. And he said, artificial intelligence might overtake and outlive, as in do things better than human beings, that human beings will be replaced by machines and technology. But he said, what technology should do is ensure that it gives us human beings more time to interact with ourselves.
And that is
what he was saying. That is what we are saying.
That when technology surpasses our interaction.
Let me ask him a simple question. Simon, if I take you out for lunch and we want to go and have a conversation, but the moment we get there for lunch, I get onto my phone and start scrolling on Facebook, and you also scroll on Facebook. You're eating even, you're not seeing, you're just here. Are we not idiots?
It depends on what your interaction would be.
We went because this is what is happening.
You see,
parents are going to the dining table with their children, and they have gone to take a meal and have an interaction.
Yeah, but the phones.
But everybody is on social media. So what we are talking about is not actually you bring in the aspect of artificial intelligence, but what we're talking about is technology surpassing human interaction. That now,
as me and you,
now we cannot relate normally. Like we can't. We go out, like you were saying, we go out to enjoy a movie, but we don't watch the movie. We don't talk to each other. You know, I go with my Mary out. We don't talk to each other. Everybody is on
Twitter, huyu mwingine kwa Instagram.
Hata kidole hapa imechange color.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Are those guys not becoming idiots?
I am getting your point. What I'm trying to say is, even in the future, there are going to be machines that are going. Someone said
that one we agree,
but we're not disputing.
Listen,
you know, you
that
said
one
you're
we
disputing
agree.
his point.
That one we agree.
Do you know?
Are you still disputing his point?
No. Do you know?
Yeah, I'm the undisputed.
There is a machine that has been trained kukatia mtu and to know what tickles that person and how to be good to that person. Because I know through artificial intelligence, I know what Willie likes. I know the patterns of Willie.
Yes.
I can tell what
and that's
Willie
okay.
wants.
No, we get
what
it.
time.
We
And
get
that's
it.
okay.
You're talking about
but my
benefit of
point
artificial-
is there is no machine that will ever take that position
Yeah,
of a man.
I think what Willie said is different from what you're saying.
And
Yeah?
that's
If
why-
let me come in
Yes,
between
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Let me,
okay.
because
Okay.
because
Yeah.
you are talking about artificial intelligence, which is a very important aspect. But Willie is talking about social media, Facebook, Instagram,
Yes.
TikTok,
Yes,
overtaking not human performance, human interactions, which means because of how I'm addicted to social media,
I can't
Willie
have time
wants
for
my
you.
attention.
I come to visit
My daughter,
you
let me use
in your house.
another example.
No, I get what you're saying.
So
Yes.
you're now not disputing.
I get what you're saying,
Yes.
but I'm saying
Are you still disputing what he said?
where we are going.
Uh-huh.
Where we are going.
Wherever we are
might
going.
be more apart
Uh-huh.
because we will
But
be
you said-
more and more independent on social media and machines.
But you know what you said? You were confusing
But anyway,
yourself.
it's
You-
okay.
What you said is
Uh-huh.
that machines and technology will do so much that we will have more time for interactions.
Yes.
Before then, okay. Anyway, yes.
Are you
yes.
are you for the idea that we should not interact?
I am for the idea.
Yes.
That
Because-
human interaction
Yes.
is
Okay.
very critical.
And so you see here we are talking about social media.
Yes.
And now we are talking about now the social media surpassing our
Not performance, interactions.
interaction. That I come to your house,
Yes.
nikiingia kwa nyumba
Niko kwa simu.
kwako na kuuliza kitu ya kwanza nauliza uko na wifi? Niweke
imagine.
password.
I
Unaweka
know, you
password.
want to talk to me, you are
Kutoka hapo na nimekuja.
Yes.
Tutaongea na wewe nikikwambia kwa heri nimeenda.
Your daughter is so depressed. Ametoka shule. There's something they want to tell you, but you cannot remove your eyes from Instagram. You're just looking at photos, and your daughter is saying, "Daddy, Daddy,
I want
Daddy,
to
I want
talk to you."
Okay, talk. What did you say? You are an idiot.
I get what you're saying.
Yes.
I get what
That
you're
is
saying.
how
you
you're
know,
saying,
so
yes.
now we are at a point where he is not
Yes.
disputing.
He's
Yes.
undisputed. Yeah.
Yes, he's undisputed. we have agreed.
Yeah.
But I get your point that where we are moving, and technology, during this COVID season, technology really proved that so much can be done without having to be physically present. There are organizations that now will do away with office spaces.
Yes.
And of course, it has an impact on...
Of course it is. Right here it is working.
Yeah.
We have mobile bankings. You
Yeah.
don't have to go to queue. Kitambo you used to go to Equity, unapata line imetoka mpaka huko. But you have Equity.
Yeah, so-
you can transact
So
through your
technology
phone,
really
1
has helped.
million kwenda chini. You don't
Yeah.
need to go to bank.
Okay.
So it's happening.
Let's go back to do's and don'ts of social media.
Yeah,
yeah. Yes.
The ethics. You know, there's a time I was saying that if you cannot walk in a certain way on Moi Avenue, then you should not post a photo of you in that way on social media. So when it comes to posts and such, are there ethics? Because there are people, if they, we're talking about men.
Yes.
Fortunately, because if we are talking about women, we would
Wait,
have gone
don't
deeper.
go there.
So we are talking about men.
Yes.
Man.
We're talking about men. So there are posts they can put up, there are photos they can put up, which they might not do or put up.
You know, as you're saying this,
Yeah.
today, there's somebody I have respected for longest time ever. I knew her. But today there's a photo she posted.
We're not talking about women.
No, I'm saying there's this photo. It disturbed me. And the respect I had,
Amwage.
the respect I had for her, ikaenda chini. Because it was not a nice photo. With the respect I have for her, I mean, nilisikia.
But they speak to us about that, because I know you have also ever refused to host somebody because of their social media content.
Yeah, I have. And this is...
because you're talking about do's and don'ts
yes,
when
it
comes to
and
posting on social media.
And so we need to be very careful what we post on social media. And so as you're saying, there is this guy who wanted to come to my show, the Couples Will Show, that happens every Friday, 9:45 p.m. And so in my show, I talk about the issues about marriage, and there we are saying that marriages work. Then this guy comes to my inbox and says, hey guy, can you host me one day in your show? And I'm like, we can have a discussion about that. But I go to his profile to check what he posts. And going through his profile, I find a post he had posted some years back, marriage is scam. How do I host you to come to talk about marriage is working and you are posting marriage is a scam?
Yeah, so when we now come to do's and don'ts.
Yes.
What do we say?
We need to be very careful what we are posting.
Okay.
And I think we were discussing this when Kerry had hosted me in his show on what to post in social media. There is this lady who had gotten a job with the government, but because of a post she had posted like 5 years back,
she lost it.
She lost that job.
Social media doesn't forget.
It doesn't forget. Yep. So we need to be very careful. So before you click that button, share, think twice. What am I sharing?
Actually, I've realized even when you share and delete.
Yes.
Sometimes people, I don't know how that happens.
No, the apps that allow...
Yeah, people will pick up what you shared and deleted.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's always good, as you're saying, think twice.
Think twice.
Actually thrice.
Yes.
Before you hit that.
Actually thrice.
So what you're saying is that as a man, so as a man now, so... social media will define you to the world, will tell the world who you are. And therefore, you have to be very careful what you put in there. So if you feel like having fun, are you saying that social media is not the place to go? You know, unfortunately, Pastor Gigi is not here. He said that sometimes he posts just for fun. And,
it's okay.
And he is watching us. And so, are we saying that if I just want to have fun, but this fun could jeopardize opportunities that I could access in the future, then I need to be very careful how I go about it.
Personally, I'm a social media person.
Yes, and I know
but there are some things I will not post on social media.
Okay.
One, because there are people out there, there is a certain place, Wamenieka, that there is something I will post and right there.
This is not like you.
Yes. In fact, some will even call wakifikiria imekuwa hacked. Actually, there's someone who posted ako kwa media, alipost kitu, and people are asking, is this you or your account has been hacked? And so we need to know ourselves again.
Okay.
Because there's a certain way you behave, there's a certain way you have, you have put yourself, that there's something you will post and people will wonder, is this Warui that we know? Is this Simon that we know?
Yeah.
You see? And so we also need to know our positions, where we are.
Yeah.
You see? You are a pastor. So there's something you will post and people start wondering.
Yeah, is this the pastor that we know?
But you can go have fun with your age mates and it is okay.
Yeah.
But you don't bring that to social media.
Now you've touched on something, and I want to get to...
You're hanging around with the boys.
Yes.
Sorry, Reverend.
Yeah.
You're hanging around with the boys, your boys.
Yes.
And then one of them
decides to post.
No, not the boys, sorry. You're hanging around with the men.
Yes.
And one of them is a boy. And I had to clarify that.
Thank you.
You're hanging around with the boy, not
men.
With the men.
But there's a boy
in
that group.
Your guys, the people that you can open up to, the people that you can be honest and open to.
Yeah.
And one of them is a boy. And you know what they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah? So one of them decides, hey, manze, those things are not supposed to stay here. I think the world should know ndio nichomea Willy. Yeah?
Now you see.
And I know for sure niko na beef na Willy. Na sijaiambia Willy. So what will happen that day? I'll take what I know is incriminating. I will definitely put it on my platform.
Yes.
But ninachomea nani?
Willy.
Yeah.
And we have seen
yeah,
this happen.
and I think that brings us to a point where we should always have social media at the back of our minds, even when we are interacting physically, even when we are doing things. That I must always remember that the things that I'm doing could easily end up on social media for the audience they are not meant for, and therefore I need to be very careful.
Yes.
And I need to be very careful. The things that I do, I need to be very careful. The things that I even get onto my gadget.
Yes.
Because there are things that you could get onto your gadget. You might think they're just meant for you, but then somebody gets access to them without your knowledge. So that means I need to be very careful, even with what I back up on my...
I actually remembered about someone was chatting their boyfriend. And by mistake, instead of sending their boyfriend, because they were talking with their boss, akatumia the same naughty message
to the boss.
To the boss. So how do you recover from that?
I think that one is, you can explain yourself and say, this was not meant for you. It was supposed to...
He already has the information. He already, like now, you've gone out with the boys somewhere. We're talking about men.
Yes.
We're going out with the boys somewhere, and there's something that I thought was funny amongst ourselves and should stay amongst ourselves. By mistake, when I'm sending it to, instead of sending it to you, I sent to another guy friend of mine in another group.
And we were discussing him, or?
No, it could be something even that might reflect you
badly, in a very
bad way. And I think what that tells us is that you need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. Of course, we are saying that don't share everything.
On Thursday, mtu alinitumia message na alikuwa anatumia mtu mwingine kwa WhatsApp.
Sikuna mtu alituma kwa prayer. Sikuna mtu alituma kwa prayer group. Sikuna mtu alituma mambo ya Cloud9 kwa prayer group. It was on social media. It was all over the news.
So we need to be very careful.
You need to be very careful what you said on social media. And I think what we need to do is limit your discussions.
Yes.
Even if you want to tell your wife something, you want to tell your girlfriend something, you want to tell sometimes you have to use discretion and decide, for this kind of information, let me call her and let's talk. Because as you said the message, there are chances as a human being for the message. You know, like with WhatsApp, sometimes you just need to, as you touch, then you have touched two.
Yes.
And it sends to both.
Yes.
So I think it requires discretion in terms of...
Or nilikuwa na chat na wewe, sasa nataka kutumia kiarie. So wewe ndio uko pale juu.
So nafikiri ni wewe.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think discretion in terms of, is there information that I cannot said, and I think it's wise, and I've found people who want to discuss something with me, and they tell me, this one we are not going to discuss on a chat or anything. We would rather meet, or I would rather give you a call when you are available, because as you said that information, you also don't know who has access to social media information, because you are not in control of the securities.
Yes.
These technical guys, some of the guys you're seeing here, they're technical guys. They might be able to get onto your...
they are gurus.
Yes. So it's very important for you to apply discretion.
That actually reminds me that it's always very important to be very, very careful when you're using public Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not only public Wi-Fi, this WhatsApp we use is free. Why do you think somebody is giving you something for free? If you're not doing business, you're on Facebook for free. Why do you think somebody is spending their millions to develop a site for you to use for free? When you go onto Instagram, nobody is charging you for it.
Yeah.
But you don't have control over what is happening. They may tell you it's encrypted.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And they may tell you all these things, but I think if they want to access some of these things, and people are developing apps every day to access these things, they would. And I think what we need to tell men is that even if you're in a private group, you could be chatting with a person whom you think is the only person you are talking to. you never know.
Yes.
You might be talking to a multitude. You might be sending those messages to a multitude. You might be sharing that information. So apply discretion.
Yes.
There are people who will even share their banking details. Maybe I want to give my wife my PIN. But you find you are sending it on social media. You think it's just a message you're sending to her. And most probably, there are people who are having access to that.
Yes.
So we need to apply discretion
We need
as
to apply.
we use social media.
Very true.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is for your security purposes.
Yes.
It is also not good. We are talking about the do's and the don'ts.
Yes.
To post every time you're going somewhere, una post headed to Nakuru. That if there are some guys wanakufuata,
Wanakupata tu.
wanajua tu mahali huko. You know, there are people who are like that.
Yeah.
Asubuhi akiamka, today we are headed to Nakuru.
Unless you are being paid to advertise Nakuru.
Yes. Akifika anasema Nakuru we are here. Tushafika.
Yeah.
Akitoka, now leaving Nakuru, going to Naivasha. That kuna mtu anakufuata, anaweza kukufuata mahali huko, huwezi jificha.
But how about the people that use social media, because there are men that actually use social media to make money.
Yes.
You know, like I go on trips and I advertise the trips.
That's
I
okay.
Tell you I'm
That's
moving
fine.
from
That's
here
that's fine.
That's fine, but there are also two ways of doing
You're
it.
talking about the one, you're not doing it for money.
Yes. You just want the world to know.
whole world to know.
At TRM at cafe, taking burger.
What about
Yeah.
the men that are doing it to just advertise that you actually travel?
Why are you advertising that you travel?
Maybe the people that I do business with,
Oh.
I would love them to.
There are two ways.
It is okay. You can
I
do that.
I think
but
there are two ways of doing it.
If I'm going to Nakuru today, I can post tomorrow.
Yes, you don't have to do it.
That's
real
that.
time.
I'm confusing my enemies.
Why I'm
No
saying,
one would think that right now, ndio niko Nakuru.
Why I'm saying this is I remember I told you I came across some data that was very interesting, that men use 52% of men use social media more than women. Yeah. So like, okay, in America it's 76, 72. Women is 72, men is 76. But here, women use social media less. But the people that have a presence more, wale tunaona sana,
It's women.
the women.
Yes.
But the people that are active using it, and maybe it's to make money, and some of the reasons why social media is propagated is people place their goods there, place their properties there, place their cars, place their businesses there, and they push their products in all these platforms. Because I believe on any YouTube you've seen, if it's not premium, you've seen an ad coming up and it's advertising a business, or on Facebook definitely there are people who are advertising and placing their products strategically so that you are interacting with these products as you see. So if, for example, my business is a business tour and travel as a man, and definitely I would like that people would see that I've gone to Nakuru, I've gone to Kisumu.
No, that's fine.
I'm flying to Diani.
That's okay.
I've gone to
That's
Paris.
okay.
You know,
That's okay. That's okay. There are even people who make money out of social media sites, and the way they do it for them to pull viewers and get the money is to take live videos when they're traveling and doing that. That is fine because that's how you do. But
especially the multi-level marketers.
I know several of my friends.
Every time they have a safari,
they do some live and get thousands, 2,000 views, get adverts and get money. That is super fine. But we are saying if you just an individual doing a private trip, not related to business, nothing, why do you need to tell the world where you are at that particular moment? You're risking
the purpose
yourself.
of the trip.
Yes, it's very important.
Yes.
And I think the other issue is even when it comes to children and families, sometimes we need to protect. I've always imagined that some of the funny videos that people use to make, are they called memes or memes?
Memes, yeah.
To do memes and make fun of could be a child. You know, a child is doing something, then the father posts the funny video online, and then guys pick it and start ridiculing and making fun of it. When that child is of age, and they find their video as a meme online, which is negative and ridiculing, I think they'll feel like their privacy was infringed on as we come to a close.
Yes. And that
So,
can even
yeah.
bring their self-esteem down.
Yes.
You'll find someone is suffering with low self-esteem and you're wondering what happened. But it's something he realized.
The parent posted
Yes.
a funny thing.
Yes.
And
now my age mates, they are saying, they are like, aya, huyu ni wewe. You see? And from there, mtoi anaanza kukua affected.
so there needs to be discretion even when we are posting our families.
Yes.
When you are posting, especially children who are minors,
Yeah,
who cannot make decisions for
but
themselves.
I've had, and I think it all goes.
Yeah,
back,
and we have to
back
cross.
focus.
Time is.
No, we need to talk about emotional entanglement, but we'll come back to that.
Yes.
But there are people who say they use their kids.
Unless the technical team gives us an extra 10
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. The people who say they use their kids to prepare them for the world.
Yeah.
And we have seen celebs here use their kids to make money.
Yeah. Yeah, the purpose is fine. That's
purpose,
okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
okay.
The
That's
purpose
okay.
determines.
Yeah.
So back to, as we close.
Yeah. So the one I was saying is, you go home and your daughter makes some funny moves or funny things. Then you record a video, and then you upload it on Facebook.
And what if?
And then it's picked
Yeah.
and used negatively.
What if it's taken and used positively?
That's why I'm saying you need discretion.
Yeah.
You need a lot of discretion. Because there's some things that are positive.
The people
if
who
you go to my WhatsApp status, there are times when we'll have some fun with my daughter and it's okay. But there are some, I don't know whether you've come across memes and you're like, I feel for this child.
Yeah.
You are talking about some emotional
Yes.
entanglement.
Emotional entanglement.
Is it different from the intimacy he was talking about?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it different?
Mtu amenikatia. Niko na bibi yangu hapa. Amenikatia. I am bombarded from everywhere. Na ninafaa jipata niko na msukumo fulani hapa. Si hapa. Hapa. And I find myself
unapotelea.
Pole. That entanglement.
There you're presenting it. Okay.
Kwa nini nimepresent vibaya?
The viewers have seen. They will tell us. So let us see.
Yeah, emotional entanglement. How do you stop? Because as I said,
How do you stop?
Yeah. Or should we encourage emotional entanglement?
No, they should just stop.
Yeah.
And I think addiction to social media and these gadgets is real, and people need help and rehabilitation.
There's someone who said
Yes.
in Greek,
Yes.
"Gutire mundu utendete kwendwo."
Nobody does not love to be loved.
Everyone
Love
loves
to be loved.
love
Love.
and being appreciated. Someone said, especially men, and because we're talking about men,
Yes.
we love appreciation.
And
You've gone
affirmation.
home and there's no appreciation. But here, where there's no appreciation, there's
Here.
someone here.
Now I get your point.
Yes.
There's someone here.
So here somebody is
lakini kuna
and then there's somebody here you saying
smiling and telling
my
you-
handsome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how will you refrain yourself from this appreciation
Yes.
to these emotions that are coming from?
I think the first thing is stop being in denial. Appreciate that this entanglement on the phone is wrong. Because I think we should never justify a wrong, no matter what. Your wife may be ridiculing you. She may be putting her figures into your eyes, but that is not a license to engage in something that is wrong. And what I always tell people is that the responsibility to do the right thing is squarely yours.
Yes.
And you cannot transfer that. You cannot say I committed adultery because my wife has not been giving me dawa in the dosage that I require.
Yes.
You cannot say that I
That's
got a pago
like
acado because
wire.
every time I get home, my wife, no.
Unapeleka
You must be in
Kwa
charge
dawa.
and you must always take responsibility of your
Yes,
actions.
yes.
So you must, this is wrong. And if this is wrong, then I need to work on my relationship with my wife.
Yes.
I need to know what is the problem here. You don't run away from the problem to get into another problem. So I think this is a man who should appreciate there's love and appreciation I'm getting from social media is not the right thing. And therefore I need to work on where I should be getting that affirmation.
And I also think we also need to draw lines.
Yes.
And we must have boundaries.
Exactly.
That as I'm chatting with you, there are some areas
We cannot go.
pita.
Yeah. There are certain things we can discuss.
Tunaweza fika hapa, but hapa ikifika,
Hatuwezi ongea
we
hiyo.
don't go beyond here.
You know one thing I like about these gadgets? There's always an option called block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
so
you're talking.
I don't have to... you know, I was saying that because I know there are men that are entangled.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
There are men that are getting pleasure from not their wives, but
elsewhere.
Or girlfriends. They're getting...
And so their wives are not receiving anything.
And by the way, the sources of that goodness is a lot.
In
and
fact,
it's from different
In
facets.
fact, Reverend Gigi here is saying, I know of a man who has an artificial girlfriend. As a result, he says that he doesn't need a real wife. He has chosen that direction. He chats with this artificial girlfriend daily as if she is real.
Yeah.
James Kevoy is in Kigali and tuned in. Great show, guys. Candid conversations happening right here at the Certificate. We have to bring it to a close.
Yes.
And I want you to give your final remarks. The undisputed.
The undisputed.
Wiri Kenyash.
I will end by saying this. Let us know that social media is good, but let us not allow it to take our position when it comes to interaction. Let us not raise a generation that is full of idiots because we allow technology to surpass our interaction.
Thank you very much. Simon K., your parting shot.
No one can define you but you and God. No one can define you
but you and God.
But you and God. You can define yourself, what you stand for, what you what goes and what doesn't go, what the limits are, of course guided by the word of God.
Yes.
But social media should not push you to get a different definition from who you are. So define yourself and stand by what you stand for.
Define yourself
and stand by your definition
of who you are.
Of who you are.
Okay.
Yeah, I have defined me. I know what I stand for.
Yeah.
Social media should not define me or change that definition. If anything, it can only make me better.
Okay.
But I have to allow it. Yeah. I cannot allow it to distract me. Because you've seen people that have lost their identity, they've lost who they are because they have been pulled into a world that is what do you call it? An illusion.
A utopia.
A utopia, a world that is not there, a world that is not real.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
And they forget themselves.
Great.
So define yourself and stand by who you are and don't let social media define you.
We must continue with this.
And that is...
Have to go to the third episode. And Maggie Joy Blessing is saying, ati hii mambo ya idiots. Mtu anafika kwako kitu ya kwanza uko na charger na wifi.
You're an idiot. We have to edit there, guys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. My name is Bernard Waroy. Keep it here at Wema TV, the voice of hope. Kwaheri.
Willy Kinyash.
Simon K.